Fred Moore here. Here we go, memory. How do you remember what you read? Let's say you're studying for a test, or it's some important information that you want to retain, right? You want to really focus on this information, and sometimes it's hard to do, especially if it's dry material, if it's material you're not really familiar with, but maybe it's something you need to learn or you want to learn and remember. Well, there's a few things that you can do to make it easier for you. If it's specific information, you probably want to use one of the PEG systems that I talk about in some of the other videos. Do you remember those? Maybe you haven't watched them yet, so you can't remember. There's a little memory joke there. But you can do a few things. Remembering what you read is important, especially, like I said, if you're studying, if it's part of a test, something along that. I like to wear headphones while I read. I just straightened my beard there. Headphones while I read, because that will help tune out the outside world. Now, I'm not rocking away while I'm wearing these headphones and reading, you know, I'm reading Voltaire and like, yeah. I don't, maybe that'd be kind of fun there. No, I'm listening to something specific. It's either going to be a thing called binaural beats. I talked about this in another video. Maybe you haven't watched it. You can Google it, binaural beats. I found a YouTube video. It's like an hour and 45 minutes, and it's just this, it's kind of ambient, calming music, but in the background of it, there are some beats that have been proven to help with your cognitive skills of remembering, of focusing on these things. So by listening to those, I'm doing a couple of things. I'm hopefully triggering that part of my brain, the recognition, the recall, that sort of a thing, so that information is going to go into my brain and stay there where I can get to it because it's readily available. Also, it's going to tune out the outside world. There might be distractions, people talking, airplane noise, whatever's going on. That's going to help me to focus. Now, if you don't want to use the binaural beats, that's fine. You can use something else. You can use just nature sounds, you know, ocean sounds, whale songs. You probably don't want to use something that has vocals in it. You don't want to use, you know, jazz music. I think it'd be fine, but you don't want to use music that has vocals in it, because they're going to be talking and saying things while you're reading something else, and it's just going to confuse your brain. You're like, you know, do you remember what happened in War and Peace? Yeah, they said, we're not gonna take it. No, you don't want to do that. That's a different thing. So yeah, just again, same thing. Headphones, that they help me focus. They tune out the rest of the world so I can concentrate on this book, this thing that I'm reading. Now, here is a secret ninja trick that I'm not supposed to tell you about, but I will do this often, especially if it's a business book or an information book, something that I really want to learn and retain in my brain. I will buy the audio book as well. All right, so I can listen to it while I'm driving. Sure, I can do that. Or what I can do, stick with me here, I can listen to the book while I'm reading the book. What? Yes, listen to the book while reading the book. Now you have to make sure that it's the same edition, because if they made some changes from the audiobook to the printed one, the words may not match up. But as I'm reading the words, I'm hearing the words in my headphones. I'm reading the words, I'm hearing the words. So my visual stimulus, I'm looking at the words, I can see it, right? My vision is being engaged. I'm hearing the words. The other distractions out there, I don't hear them, right? I'm not seeing them. I'm looking at the page. Even on my phone, I'll scroll through the phone. I can do it that way. I'm looking at the page, I'm reading the words, I'm hearing the words. Talk about really drilling this thing into your brain. Now what if there is no audio book of it? Well, if this is something really important, maybe it's just a chapter of it you need to remember for class or something like that, what you can do is get out your phone and hit the record button on your phone, record an audio of you reading the book. You can read the book, read that chapter. Then play it back. Listen to your own voice. You're going to listen to yourself, aren't you? Because you're the smartest person you know. You're going to listen to yourself as you're reading the book again. That is going to lock that information into your brain so much better than just reading or just hearing alone. Those are two great ways, but when you combine the two, wow, man, you are going to get some big bang for your buck. Read and listen at the same time. Hopefully that will lock this thing into your brain and you will recall it when you need it.